we did not have much, but we did have one newfangled item, the television set. It even had remote control, and I was in charge of it. When my mother called my name, I'd come running. Click, click, click. This was my job, so for payment, my mom would allow me to watch a show every now and then. My favorite one came on every year, same time in October, right around my birthday. I got to see The Wizard of Oz. This incredible spectacle of a movie amazed me, even years later when I found out it was also in color. One of the more amazing aspects of this movie was the fact that here were four complete strangers bonding together peacefully for a quest. I could not even get along with my siblings for a day, let alone an entire quest. How did they do it? Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, they were able to bond together on this quest peacefully because they shared a common interest. They all wanted to see the wizard. And they didn't wait for another opportunity. They went right then. I believe we, even as individual as we are, can also bond together in peace. We just need a common interest. How do we get this common interest? We need to open up dialogue. In simpler terms, we need to talk to each other. I know this seems quite the daunting task, especially when you consider the different personalities and opinions, but I believe it can be done. It must be. All we need to do is care. C-A-R-E, care. Allow me to elaborate. The C stands for compassion. We need to dig deep into our hearts like the Tin Man and show compassion. In his book, The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz, he states that all humans are in constant fear of being hurt. This is because of their experiences. When we consider that the person we're talking to is expecting to be hurt by our words, we can use compassion to talk to them. This opens up a peaceful dialogue. Compassion paves the road to finding a common interest. C is for compassion, A is for acceptance. We need to use our brains, like the scarecrow, to accept people as individuals. We need to, with purpose, take away all prejudgments. After 9/11, did you start looking at the passengers on the plane a different way? I had to, with purpose, remove those prejudgments. In order to get on the plane, I had to accept them as they were. A wise philosopher once said, "I am what I am, and that's all that I am." Once we use our intellect to remove the prejudgments, we can then embrace ourselves for that common goal. Acceptance enhances the road to finding that common ground. C is for compassion, A is for acceptance, R is to recognize or have recognition of opportunity. Dorothy thought that by running away she was solving all her problems, but when she realized that her actions affected everyone around her, she gathered up a group of strangers and helped them solve their problems. Once we recognize that our dreams, our ideas can be shared, that all communication, conversation can be used for peaceful dialogue, we can then embrace a common ground. C is for compassion, A is for acceptance, R recognition, E is encouragement. The cowardly lion thought that he needed courage to move forward, but what he really needed was encouragement. How do we encourage someone to speak? This is a skill we learn at Toastmasters, and we do it very well. We listen. Listening begets encouragement to speak. I have a friend at work. When she gives you the answer, she will take the travel up the hills, down the valleys, all the way around. But by my allowing her to speak and say such, I have learned more about her gentle soul than I have ever learned about anyone in my life. Encouragement to speak. When we allow someone to speak without interruption, it doesn't say we agree with them, but we say, your opinion is valuable. You are valuable as a human. When we do this, we can embrace a common ground. When we find that common ground, we can focus on that and that alone. All other arguments, they fade away. And why not do it now while our children are watching? when I talk to my friends, friends that include Christians, Buddhists, spiritualists, gay, straight, Republicans, Democrats, men, women, there is a common ground. It sounds a little different. Do unto others as you would have done unto you. What goes around comes around. Do what you will, but harm none. The common bond is to love your neighbor. What better way to start and end a conversation than with love? I challenge you. The next time you find yourself in a conversation with someone who is diametrically opposed to what you stand for, take a moment, take a breath. Talk to them with care. Show compassion. Accept them as the individual that they are. Recognize that this is an opportunity for peaceful dialogue and encourage them to speak more by listening. And don't wait for another Dorothy to come down the road. Do it now, because now is the time to gather up strangers and head for peace. Now is the time. Now is the time to do this for your children. Now is the time to expose that man from behind the curtain who says peace cannot be had now. Now is the time. Mr. Dustmaster.